Welcome back to part 2 of our series on the 50 essential English words you need to know. In this video, we're diving into the next set of words to help you improve your vocabulary and sound more confident when speaking English. Let's get started. Now let's move on into workplace vocabulary. These words will help you communicate effectively in professional settings, whether you're talking about tasks, colleagues, or office routines. The first word is deadline. This refers to the date or time by which something must be completed. For example, you might say, the deadline for this report is Friday, so I need to focus on finishing it by then. Using this word helps you convey urgency and responsibility in your communication. Next is colleague. A colleague is someone you work with. This word is often used in more formal or professional contexts. For instance, you could say, I'm working on a project with my colleague Sarah. She's incredibly talented and organized. Referring to coworkers as colleagues shows professionalism and respect in the workplace. Next, let's talk about task. A task is a piece of work you need to complete. It could be something small or part of a larger project. For example, you might tell your manager, I've completed all my tasks for today. Is there anything else I can help with, or can I leave the office for the day? This word is versatile and can be used in many professional scenarios. Let's move on to promotion. This is a word you'll often hear in the workplace. A promotion is when you move to a higher position at work, usually with more responsibilities and better pay. For example, you might say, I'm working really hard on this project because I want to prove I'm ready for a promotion. Think about the sense of pride and accomplishment this word conveys. It's not just about moving up, it's about recognizing your growth and contributions to your job. Next, let's look at feedback. This word refers to opinions or suggestions about how well you've done something or how you can improve. For instance, you might say, my manager gave me a positive feedback on my presentation, but she also suggested on working on my timing. Feedback is an essential part of growth in any job. It's not just about criticism, it's guidance to help you do even better. Now let's talk about supervisor. A supervisor is someone who oversees your work. They're there to guide you and make sure everything is on track. For example, you might explain, I asked my supervisor for clarification on the project goals to ensure I'm meeting expectations. Using this word in conversations show that you understand workplace hierarchy and respect to roles of others. And here's another important workplace word, proposal. A proposal is a plan or suggestion often written that you present to others to consider. You could say, I submitted a proposal to improve our team's workflow and it was approved by management. This word is particularly useful in meetings or discussions where new ideas are being shared. Next up, project. Project is a word you'll use frequently at work. A project is a specific task or set of tasks with a goal, usually involving collaboration and planning. For instance, you might tell a colleague, we're working on a new project to launch a marketing campaign next week. Projects often bring people together, and this word helps you describe your work clearly and professionally. Let's talk about clients. A client is someone who pays for your services or products. They're the people or companies you work with to provide value. For example, you might say, I had a meeting with a new client today to discuss their needs. This word is crucial when discussing business relationships, and it shows you're focused on delivering quality service. Now I know we've already touched on deadline, but let's go a bit deeper. A deadline isn't just a date, it's often tied to priorities and pressure. For example, you might say, "We're working under a tight deadline, so everyone is putting in extra effort to finish on time." This word reflects urgency and responsibility, making it an essential part of workplace vocabulary. Next, meeting. A meeting is a gathering where people come together to discuss ideas, plans, or updates. For example, you could say, "We have a team meeting every Monday to go over our goals for the week." Meetings are a central part of work life, and this word helps you communicate about schedules and collaboration. Let's move on to email. Email is a word we all use daily. It's a digital message sent over the internet, often for professional communication. For instance, you might explain, "I sent an email to my supervisor to confirm the details of our next project." Emails are a key part of staying connected and organized in the workplace. Presentation. So, what is a presentation? A presentation is when you share information, often using visuals, to explain an idea or project. For example, "I'm preparing a presentation for tomorrow's meeting to showcase our latest achievements." This word is essential for anyone who needs to communicate ideas clearly and persuasively. Next up, conference. A conference is a large meeting where people gather to discuss a specific topic, often in a professional setting. So conferences can include speakers, presentations, and workshops. For example, you might say, "I'm attending a marketing conference next month to learn more about the latest trends in digital advertising." This word is used when talking about professional development, networking, or learning opportunities within a particular field. Moving on to delegate. This is a word you don't often hear in a workplace. However, it is very important to understand it. To delegate means to assign tasks or responsibilities to others, usually to ensure that the work is done more efficiently. As a manager or team leader, delegation helps distribute the workload and ensures everyone is contributing to the overall goal. And how to use the word in an example? You could say, "I'm going to delegate the research portion of this project to Sarah so I can focus on the presentation itself." This word is essential when talking about teamwork, leadership, and managing workloads effectively in a work environment. Finally, let's talk about the last word in this section. Teamwork means the collaboration and effort of a group working toward a common goal, together. For example, you could say, "Our project was successful because of the great teamwork among all the departments." Teamwork is a fundamental concept in any workplace, and understanding how to use this word will help you discuss group dynamics effectively. So that wraps up our workplace vocabulary section. These words are incredibly practical and will help you navigate professional environments with ease. That's it for part 2. Stay tuned for the final part of our series where we'll wrap up with the remaining essential English words. Make sure to like, share, and follow us so you don't miss part 3.